are preparing to endure is inhuman.
You're talking to the roller wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine like, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
They call me Hot Rod. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am, because I've done it. That's the difference between you and me. You talk about it, I do it.
You will know that your ass is mine, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Welcome to the SummerSlam edition of the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show.
Oh, yeah! Come on, clap it up. Yes, sir, it's the 2026 SummerSlam Special of the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show. My name is Eastside Dave McDonald, the heel of heels. With me always, the co-host of the program, the babyface of babyfaces, put them together for Stanley Mac. Stanley, say hello to the people.
Hi, everyone.
How is Stanley Mac enjoying the WWE these days? Let's get right into it before we deliver our SummerSlam predictions and prognostications. We always like to vamp a little bit about the state of professional wrestling, and I have a big announcement to make regarding the IWF, the Independent Wrestling Federation, of which I, Eastside Dave McDonald, am the greatest manager in its league history, having won every championship available. My people have won the tag team championships. The Eastside Empire has won the North American Championship. The Eastside Empire has won the Women's World Championship, and the Eastside Empire has won the World Heavyweight Championship. We're the most decorated faction in the history of the IWF, and we have some very special news for you. But before we give you that news, Stanley Mac, let's go. Thoughts and opinions. You take your time with this, because you got a lot to say. You got a lot to get off your chest. Right? Two different, we're laughing because two different wrestlers use that, and you always think of CM Punk on the Cole Cabana podcast, right? That was like a famous line that he said.
Well, and he also done the pipe bomb.
He did, oh, right, and he did on the pipe bomb. So he did on the pipe bomb, and he did on the Cole Cabana where he really threw WWE into the bus. So yeah, that's right. All right, so it's quite famous with CM Punk, but it's a phrase. Anyway, state of the WWE, go!
State is they are struggling mightily this summer and this year, and really 2025 as well. It has been a bad, I'll say, 18 months for the company. Like, since WrestleMania 41, really. Yeah, half of the matches that you're going to hear us say today on SummerSlam just are, like, two guys saying, hey, do you want to fight me at SummerSlam? And then the other guy goes, sure, why not? And there's no actual story behind it. It's just, that's what it is.
Yes, fair.
I mean,
not great storytelling right now. Random pop-up rivalries, matches.
Ryan Garcia stuff that made no sense. Like,
yeah, I mean, obviously Ryan Garcia is there because of TKO. He is going to have a big championship match with that Zufra Boxing. By the way, that was a terrible a terrible name for their group. I don't know why Dana White didn't go with the UBC. I guess, is there a UBC already? But, like, you know how there's UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship? If I was Dana White, I just would have done UBC Ultimate Boxing Championship.
But UFC...
Now, boxing has a couple different leagues, so UBC might be taken, but they just offer them money. Zufra Boxing sounds very, very bizarre. I don't expect that league to take off Because Zufra, what does that even mean? Anyway, that Ryan Garcia is going to have a match in September, so that's why he was there, to promote his Zufra boxing thing.
Yeah,
That's all.
that's all it was. But the problem is wrestling fans don't want to see that incorporated into storylines at all. So
Yeah, I know. I don't. We're celebritied out with the WWE. They don't really understand this concept. We just don't want too many more celebrities for a while. Just you have a very talented roster. There's a lot of really, really talented people on it. Just go with the wrestlers, for crying out loud, for a while. We don't need all these celebs. They're not bringing extra eyeballs. If you're not a WWE fan, I'm sorry, you're not watching all of a sudden because some singer or D-list boxer. I know he's a champion, but no one on the planet knows who Ryan Garcia is.
Well, no,
this isn't Mike Tyson or Floyd Mayweather.
No, I have seen he is known a lot because of his controversies. Oh, why he's known?
Yeah, I mean, he's known for controversies. He went off the handle a couple times on social media, said very controversial, strange stuff. Just doesn't seem like this guy needs to be there. And he's not, but I mean, my point is, he's not some household name that like a Mayweather is. No one knows this Ryan Garcia is. I don't know. This is obviously TKO telling him, hey, we have to do this for our Zufra boxing. My point with Triple H is, does he have a backbone? I'm not even saying I know the answer, but I'm very curious to see if he ever pushes back on TKO, who has a lot of really bad ideas. UFC fans have been saying this now for a few years, that they just, that once TKO purchased UFC, they thought that the quality is up and down. It's not consistent. Meanwhile, in WWE, they're including celebrities, they're booking things, they throw in The Rock and Travis Scott, so on and so forth. Does Triple H have a backbone where he's like, look, guys, I thank you for your input, for your ideas. I respect you very, very much. That's not going to work for these reasons. And most notably, we don't want to piss off our audience anymore. So, let's dial back on this and get back to good storytelling in professional wrestling. It's all any WWE fan wants.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
Triple H, you don't think he has a backbone?
I do not.
Oh, boy. That's not good. That's not good. And he's just like a yes man. More than Daniel Bryan ever was. He's just yes, 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 yes. Oh, sure. Yeah, you have the Jelly Roll needs to be a part of this Randy Orton thing. Sure.
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee's got to be in there. Yep, you got it. And these celebrities, with all due respect, they're C-list celebrities. All right? Dave, Dave, who are you to talk? I never said I'm an A-list celebrity, so shut up.
Whoa.
No. Well, I'm preemptively cutting it. I'm destroying that argument before it gets out there. But I will say this. I've got more creativity and talent than Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee combined. Face! Thoughts and opinions on that comment?
I mean, that there might be truth to that. There might be some truth.
I can sing like a Jelly Roll. And I can do an original song. And I'm a fat guy, Jelly Roll.
But he's not fat anymore.
And I lost my weight and ruined my gimmicks. The only reason why people even like me, 'cause I was a 21st century meatloaf. A big fat guy who can somewhat sing.
Yeah, people loved Jelly Roll because he's a big fat guy. Now that he's lost weight. But what's weird is he's not super skinny. He's just he almost looks like a guy who was kind of in shape and then got out of shape. But then obviously compared to the old Jelly Roll, you go, whoa, well, he's really impressive. But if you compare, he ruined his gimmick. He needed to stay fat. Sorry, buddy.
He wanted to wrestle, and he couldn't have wrestled with how he was. He couldn't have ever had a match.
All right, nice and loud.
He couldn't have had a match.
There you go. I love it. It's annoying. Anything else? Any other takes from Stanley Mac on the WWE?
I think I'm good, but I think I'm good.
No other takes? Anything you were upset? I mean, Danhausen.
Oh, yeah.
You're a fan? Yes or no?
Yes, I am, but we need to slow it down a little. What I mean by that is he is everywhere. They are overusing him right now to death. I don't want to see Danhausen on every little thing that this planet has.
No, I agree with you. In terms of, I'm a big Danhausen fan. Unfortunately, what the WWE has done forever, literally, I can tell you that even when I was a kid, this was happening. That the second something is successful, WWE beats it into the ground every time. And they themselves destroy some kind of working babyface or heel gimmick or whatever's working. They oftentimes take the steam out of it just by overdoing it to death. You'd think one of these years, in 50 plus years of being a business, you'd think you'd learn it. You'd learn this lesson. Sometimes less is more, yo. But nope, not the WWE. Oh, that works. Beat into the ground. Very bizarre. All right, it's time. So, any other things WWE wise? Go ahead. Anything.
Anything else? I mean, there was a lot. I was saying on Raw, I did not like. I'll just say it since we wouldn't talk. Raquel Rodriguez winning the women's IC title. Felt that definitely should have been Roxanne Perez in that spot, considering she's way more talented and charismatic than Raquel Rodriguez.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think Roxanne Perez is going to be just fine. She's very, very young. I think that she's
already a former Ring of Honor Women's Champion, by the way.
I know. I think Roxanne Perez is just like where Liv Morgan was when she was in that group with Ruby Riott and the Viking lady. And Liv broke out and became the big star. Roxanne Perez is going to be a huge, huge, huge star. No doubt in my mind. They're just waiting for it. You know, I'm thinking maybe they're waiting for somehow, because Liv does get cheers in addition to boost. She gets a lot of cheers. Maybe they can finagle, Liv to become a babyface, and they do that with a Roxanne Perez turn on Liv. And then that's when the Roxanne Perez heel character really gets pushed quite a bit, and she becomes the leader of the group. I think they should kind of do away with Judgment Day. It's been on for far too long now. It's becoming like Menudo, which was this boy band from Mexico that they would literally change different members every year, and they kept the boy band going for like 25 years.
That's actually
and so 25 years later, like they're 5 years into it, there wasn't one person who was an original member.
That's kind of awesome, though.
It's not awesome. That's what's happening with Judgment Day. I think we're kind of done with Judgment Day. You see what I mean? You couldn't have the Rolling Stones just decide, let's just take a bunch of other guys and call them the Rolling Stones. You know what I mean? Like when Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, when one of them dies, it's over. You need Mick and Keith to be the Stones. With all due respect, Ronnie. I love Ronnie Wood, but not an OG, even though, geez Louise, he's been around for 50 years. Can you imagine not being an OG of a band and being around for 50 years? I think he started in like 75, Ronnie Wood. All right. Look, here's the big announcement. We told you that IWF was going away because, of course, Kevin Knight, not the AEW Kevin Knight. And I told our Kevin Knight, who's been in wrestling since 1996, he should sue that guy. That would be good. Kevin Knight or get a match. Kevin Knight versus Kevin Knight, winner gets to keep the name. And if he does that on IWF, actually, that would be pretty awesome.
And then Loser has to go to WWE to get the name changed because,
Or Loser has to change his name to Butt McButtbrain, which I think would be a step down from Kevin Knight. But Kevin Knight runs the IWF. He has been for 30 years, since 96. So actually Kevin Knight started Kevin Knight, the wrestler, started in the late 80s. And then in 1996, he formed his own wrestling organization, the Independent Wrestling Federation, the IWF, based in North Jersey. Nutley, New Jersey, and Wilmington, New Jersey, Flemington, New Jersey, and stuff like that. So we thought that the last show that we did was our final show, and that then we were going to have sort of one last event, which was not going to be wrestling, but sort of a meet and greet, come hang out with the stars. Maybe there'll be some fun stuff, a tug of war between baby faces and heels, autographs, pictures, and all that kind of thing, right? Kevin Knight has said, due to overwhelming response, I can tell you, I myself saw hundreds if not thousands of people very upset that the IWF was going away. Kevin's like, I know, but I mean, I have another job. I got a full-time job. It's hard to do. But people are going crazy. So Kevin Knight has announced there will be, in fact, 2 events, October 3rd and November 14th, due to overwhelming demand. Number 1, the Family Entertainment Spectacular on October 3rd supports the Greater Nutley Cancer Foundation, while the November 14th Supercard benefits the Michael Robert Cameron Jr. Memorial Foundation. Tickets are on sale right now. CampIWF.com. That is CampIWF.com. All the stars are going to be there, including myself, New Jersey's greatest manager of all time, Eastside Dave McDonald, with his stable, the Eastside Empire. Thoughts and opinions, Stanley Mac?
Thoughts and opinions are...
Are you surprised by this revelation?
I was not expecting. I thought the last one was the last, but they do.
Me too.
They do say wrestlers never truly retire.
You know what? That is true. It's hard to retire from this thing. And so, I was surprised too, but very pleasantly and happily surprised, as hopefully I can get some more gold, some more championships, and pad my resume. That's what I'm there for. To attain gold and make money in service of my clients, the Eastside Empire, and myself. Let's go to SummerSlam predictions and prognostications. We're going to do both nights because...
We don't do 2 nights? We don't separate them?
No, we're not going to be separating them into 2 nights. Number 1, I actually want to talk about that before we do the predictions and prognostications. This has to end. Not everything should be 2 nights. I want WrestleMania to go back to 1, let alone any of these other things. And I know SummerSlam is huge, and they say it's a mini WrestleMania and blah, blah, blah. There's 12 matches total on this card. How about having some discipline and telling this isn't AEW, telling a bunch of these people you get 7-8 minutes. No, and then the big stars are going to get 25 minutes.
Hold on. I don't want them because at WrestleMania, despite the 2 nights, Liv Morgan and Stephanie Valkyrie only got 6 minutes and 34 seconds, I believe was the one time, which was a climb.
Yes.
Which was a climb. So that match would even have been sort of if it was one night. That's
I know, but some of these matches, the Trick Williams Corbin, the Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio, some of them can be short. I'm not even saying, but some of these matches can be 10 minutes, okay? 12 minutes. There's plenty of time to tell a good story in 12 minutes. It's not AEW. You don't need 20-minute matches for every single match. That's all I'm saying. 12 matches on a card can be done in night 1. Now we're splitting them up into 2 nights of 6 matches. Then they overcharge for each night. And what they're doing is, why less and less people are attending these 2-night WrestleManias and SummerSlams is, their tickets are so expensive that people are having to decide whether to go on night 1 and night 2. And inevitably, the audience goes, you know what, I'm just going to watch it on TV because I'm going to miss. I'm not going to pay all this money for 50% of the card. I'm getting half a show, and yet I'm having to shell out $500, $1,500, in some cases, $5,000 for floor section seats, and I'm getting literally half a show. You are not giving me a night one. You're giving me 50%, half a meal, half a show. Screw you, charging all this money for half a show. Fans are wise to it. They know what's going on. Stop doing the two-night BS, especially with anything other than WrestleMania.
That's how they should run it that way. At restaurants from now on, you should go, can I have a burger or whatever? And they'll go, sir, pay us more for the full. We'll split it up, half a burger you get.
Right. I'm going to pay $200 for half a hamburger. I don't think so. Homie, don't play that. So then they go, well, I don't understand. There's only 35,000 seats sold for night one in WrestleMania, and like night two even less. And it's the Minnesota Vikings football stadium, 70,000 people. That looks hard. Look, they will figure out a way to cut the stadium in half with a gigantic wall and curtain and screens and all that. But it doesn't matter. We all know that that's not a full. We're going to be able to watch on television that that's not a full oval football stadium with a sold-out crowd. Stop doing this, WWE. Once in a while, learn from your mistakes. Not bury your head in the sand and get mad at all the fans, which Triple H and Nick Khan and Mark Shapiro do constantly. Fans got to stop overanalyzing. Fans got to stop reading into. Fans got to stop doing this, stop doing. What you mean to say is fans have to stop thinking critically. What you mean to say is fans have to stop having taste. Fans have to stop having high expectations of the art and entertainment that they consume. Screw off! You just don't want anyone who thinks. You want no one with intelligence. You want people to bury their head in the sand and then ignore bad quality the way you guys bury your head in the sand. And fans are done with it. That's why you've only sold out half a SummerSlam, folks. It's embarrassing. Get it together. IWF, I promise 2 sellouts. Sure, we have a capacity of 500 people. But I promise 2 sellouts. Next one. Let's go to the SummerSlam predictions and prognostications. Liv Morgan versus Io Sky is going to kick us off for the Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan is your champ. Stanley.
Well, they've spoiled this one. Give me Io Sky, considering Danhausen has cursed Liv Morgan into losing this match.
All right, thought though. What if Liv wins somehow?
Then release Danhausen. Then
No. And they do something where now Danhausen his curse has been broken, and that becomes a storyline of how Danhausen gets his mojo back. I'm just trying to think a guy who tells stories, unlike the WWE.
But Dad, do you know what the problem about this? So what? Does he lose to Dom tomorrow? Then after that, does he lose to Dom?
Yes,
because that would be the only way that would work.
Yes. He loses to Dom, and then on top of it, the Monday Night Raw is how Danhausen gets his mojo back. And we take a few months, 6 months, and then finally it culminates in him getting a big win in an actual match. I don't care. Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, what have you. And he's off and running. So you're going with Io. I'll go with Liv to keep my prediction going. Yeah, I'm telling you. Next match, a big one, Hell in a Cell. This is going to be one of the highlights, hopefully. Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar.
This should be great. The question I have, is this the final time we see the Beast step inside the WWE ring? Give me Obafemi either way.
Oh, yeah, I have to agree with you. Though it's in Minnesota, and Brock is from Minnesota, I think Oba beats him. He leaves. And I don't think Brock is necessarily retiring, but I do think Oba will leave first. Brock will stay in the ring and say goodbye to the fans just in case. But if I'm Brock Lesnar, there's no way I'm leaving. He's still in good shape. He can do everything, and he only has to work 5 times a year, and he probably gets $5 million for it.
Well, 27 people have retired in the past 3 years. Why not have him? Why not add him?
Yeah, all right. I hear you. So give me Oba as well. Next match, let's go with LA, six-man tag team match. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Royce Keys versus the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso.
The Bloodline are baby faces or heels? I don't really know.
Bloodline is lost. The WWE does not know what the Bloodline is. Baby faces or heels, I agree. And as a result, they're completely lost. And I think they're a little bit ineffective right now.
Give me Bloodline. They're gonna win. Probably pin LA Knight, and that's that.
All right. Give me LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys. No reason for them to lose. I do still hate the name Royce Keys. I hate all of these WWE name changes. Powerhouse Hobbs was better. I mean, Ricky Saints is okay since it was Ricky Starks.
Cruz
but
Montana.
Cruz Montana is terrible than just Mike Santana. I mean, what are we doing? What was that game you used to play where it was like some guy like made a whole wrestling game by himself?
Wrestling Empire.
Wrestling Empire, but because he couldn't get any of the rights to the wrestlers, like everyone's name was changed slightly.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of these names have become to me. Yeah, Mike Santana, now Cruz Montana. It sounds like a Wrestling Empire character.
Yeah, I mean,
They would look just like the actual guys, but their names would just be one off. I thought that was fun. Give me those guys. Gunther versus Nick Aldis. Big match here.
this should be is probably the match I'm looking forward to the most, if I'm being honest, on night one on SummerSlam Saturday, as they're calling it. Give me. I think Gunther's gonna win, although I would not hate for Nick Aldis to win, but I think Gunther's gonna win.
Wow. All right. You know what? Give me Nick Aldis. And I'm just going with Nick Aldis. Maybe, it sets Gunther off on an even more vicious, angry Gunther streak on Monday Night Raw going forward. I'll take Aldis. 6-woman tag team match. The Bella Twins, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, and Paige versus Fatal Influence. That's the team of JC Jane, Laney Reed, and Fallon Henley.
So I certainly have enjoyed Fatal Influence on the main roster.
Really?
I think that they are fantastic.
Wow, good for you.
Give me Fatal Influence to win this match.
All right, give me the Bellas and Paige. I am a little bit, I don't know. I don't really like some of these names, or Fatal Influence, or Toxic this, or Something Trouble, or I don't know. Give me Bellas and Paige. And then finally, night one, main event, CM Punk, your undisputed WWE champion, versus Cody Rhodes for the belt. Stanley.
Well, this is when I'm going to make a big prediction. Here's what's going to happen. Both men, it's going to be, Punk's going to be in control until he gets attacked from behind from returning Kevin Owens.
Oh!
Beats down. The reason why is all rumors that he is cleared. Well, Kevin Owens, I hate that was kind of spoiled. Kevin Owens attacks CM Punk.
Yeah, well, you spoiled it for people who didn't know, so you should have said a spoiler alert.
Literally, most people have the internet.
No, I didn't know.
Okay, well.
You don't ever assume. Always just say, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Go ahead, continue.
Kevin Owens will return, attack CM Punk, which allows Cody Rhodes to win.
Well, how about a bad guy faction of Cody, Kevin, and Sammy?
That's honestly how I think that this will end.
Oh, wow. Sign me up for that. Sign me up. All right, so, by the way, I'm going with CM Punk. That's night one. Night two. Let's get started with the Intercontinental Championship, where Penta goes against Chad Gable. I love both of these guys and loved what they're doing. I've seen that Chad Gable versus Kaiser match, or Grande Americano versus Grande Americano. I've watched that like twice. It's so good.
Where is Kaiser? He's been buried. I haven't seen him in a long time.
He's huge in AAA. He was the baby face of those American Grande Americanos.
Wait, he's in AAA? Kaiser? I know El Grande is, but where's Kaiser?
Oh, I see. I get it. I get what you're doing.
I don't see what you're...
I see what you're doing. I get it now. But I'm not a fan of this booking. I'm not a fan of this match. Two baby faces that I love. So someone's going to have to be beaten. I don't get it. But I think Chad Gable is going to win. Go ahead.
Yeah, Gable wins, and I'm going to say something. I think that this will lead, and I thought this literally, this came to my head yesterday when we were watching Raw. I think that this will lead to a Penta heel turn down the road.
That is not a good idea. He is super over babyface. You don't need to do that. Crazy. Next one. Let's go with the Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio for human monies on a pole match. The winner will keep $100,000 that Danhausen stole from Judgment Day.
Who had Vince Russo book? Give me...
It feels like both Vince Russo and Vince McMahon collaborating. 1998 is back.
We're back.
Who do you like?
Danhausen, because this guy, I don't actually know if he'll ever lose a match in the WWE. Like, part of me thinks that his gimmick will be he may never lose. So give me Danhausen.
All right. You want Dan? You say Danhausen. You say tomato. I say tomato. What?
That didn't make any sense.
No. Give me Danhausen as well. Next one, Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor for the number one contender for the undisputed WWE Championship. I got no idea. That's a big... What's the point of this? But I love Sami Zayn and Finn Balor. I'll say that.
This should be a fantastic match, like in win-wise. This should be. But I do agree with you on, and they haven't given anyone an ounce of reason to care.
No, I mean, there's no story here.
Yeah, there literally is no story. I do believe Finn Balor should beat Sami Zayn, though. That would be the right call.
I'm thinking Sami wins, and I think Sami will get that triple threat match. Whoever wins Punk versus Cody, whoever emerges out on top, it's going to be those two again, and Sami in a triple threat.
Give us a Finn title run.
All right,
wouldn't that be fun?
Next one, 5-way ladder match for the interim WWE Women's Championship. We're talking Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill versus Chelsea Green versus Charlotte Flair versus Lash Legend.
Someone didn't want to give up the belt.
Uh-oh.
Rhea Ripley. So,
well, I mean, no, she's giving up the belt. No, I don't.
It's an interim match.
Yeah, I know. They might have thought, we're not going to take it away from Rhea because that'll make her look weak. It's them protecting Rhea, I think. I don't think it's Rhea Ripley.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. And if that's the case...
Yeah, I know. I mean, they love Rhea. We all know this. Go ahead.
Lash Legend should not be in the match. Check her off. I think Chelsea Green wins, and the reason why is because it's the same person who said that she wanted to win Money in the Bank and lose her cash-in.
Yes.
So if she wanted that to happen, then she's also probably the same person that wants to become the first interim women's champion to then lose the match.
Well, that would be good. I'll tell you what. The way they booked that then is have her win. Have her beat Rhea Ripley in a shocking thing. And she becomes the undisputed women's champ. But that's not my guess. My guess is Jade Cargill emerges victorious. Next one for the United States Championship. Trick Williams versus Baron Corbin. Go.
Trick Williams wins.
Oh!
Corbin just got back. He has a new theme song. It's not very good. Give me Trick Williams.
Yeah, I agree with you. Don't see Corbin winning this one. Although he does feel like a United States champion type of guy.
He does.
Yeah.
I think he's won it before, right?
Yeah, I believe so. But I like Trick in this one. I am one of the few Baron Corbin fans. I'll say that much right now. Finally, your main event of night 2, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Roman currently has the belt.
And honestly, I believe that this is how the match is going to end, despite how corny this is. Roman Reigns, he's going to do something he's never done before. Seth's back's going to be on the ropes, and Roman's going to look at the chair and go, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
So another chair. They got to get over this chair thing.
I'm doing it.
The whole Seth hit, the Shield with the chair, and then Roman got him back with a chair. They got to let this go. It's not as iconic as they think it is. Seth's heel turn was, yes, absolutely. But geez Louise, can you imagine if, for the next 10 years, Shawn Michaels kept putting people through windows, and then Marty Jannetty, we booked him to have a big run, and he was putting people through windows, and it's just everywhere, or, barbershop windows. Like, it's crazy. Enough. So, who do you like? To win?
Roman Reigns uses the chair, hits a spear, 1, 2, 3, and Roman Reigns has conquered his demons. And for the first time in his career, can say, I beat Seth Rollins.
Give me Seth. Give me Seth.
But eventually, Roman's got to beat Seth.
Why? Some people think they made a mistake with the Undertaker streak in WrestleMania. That they should have never broken it.
I feel like they should have done something with Taker where he has, it's like you're gonna have to have a loss at WrestleMania, but here's the thing, Taker. When you do, this is in kayfabe. When you do, your career is over. Like, that's his retirement.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
This is when he loses.
That might have been the plan with AJ, and then COVID hit. Truth be told, I feel like that could have actually been the plan. But regardless, and at that point though, Taker had lost twice. He had lost to Lesnar and Roman.
I'm saying before Brock, like maybe you have him beat Brock, a few more wins, and then Vince is like, Taker, when you lose at WrestleMania, your career is over. Sort of what they did with Ric Flair. If you remember, Vince told Ric Flair, you're too old to do this. When you lose, your career is over, and that's what happened with Son.
All right, fair enough. So you're going with Roman? I'm going with Seth. And that will do it for the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show SummerSlam 2026 special. Big news with the IWF, so make sure you go to campiwf.com if you're in the New Jersey area this fall, October and November, 2 huge events. Campiwf.com is the website for the IWF tickets. I myself, Eastside Dave McDonald, will be there with the Eastside Empire. That will do it for Stanley Mac. I'm Davey Mac. Stanley, say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Woo!